a circle in a spiral, like a wheel within a wheel, never ending or beginning on an ever spinning reel. As the images unwind, the circles that you find in the windmills of your mind.
What did we just do? Why did we choose Windmills of Your Mind? We had a vote on it, didn't we? Yeah. I mean, not all of us wanted to do Windmills of Your Mind.
Yeah, exactly.
I wanted to do Chim Chim Cherie, which I've been known to nail before. What? Was that a look? Did you just do a look to the camera? Why did we choose Windmills of Your Mind? Well, I've been told to say that Gary, who of course looks exactly like Steve McQueen, insisted on it. Yeah. Well, the main point was to get in that Gary looks like Steve McQueen.
Yeah, but there's two Steve McQueens.
Oh yeah. Oh no, not that Steve McQueen. No, Steve McQueen. He runs a pub in Bethnal Green.
Oh, big Steve.
Yeah. But anyway, this fella, Steve McQueen, the landlord, not the actor, he loves Steve McQueen, the actor.
Yeah, I think it's also something that we used to sing years ago. Well, John used to sing it especially.
Yeah, that's right.
He level the chords, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of them songs that when we were sitting around with the acoustic guitars in John's bedroom, and also Where Do You Go To, My Lovely? Do you remember that song?
Where do you talk like Marlene Dietrich, and you dance like Zsa Zsa Gabor.
Anyway, yeah. So it's got a nostalgic thing for us, you know. It's one of our old sort of, at the end of the night when we're like drunk on the bus in the middle of nowhere at a service station or something, and we've run out of songs to sing. Someone will go, what about Windmills in My Mind?
And it's a challenge as well. But when we got asked to do something that for this, we wanted to do something that's outside our usual, fall out of a tour bus and drunkenly bash through something. So we spent a bit of time, believe it or not, working out the chords properly and the lyrics. We used to have a gig in a jazz club in London called Jazz After Dark. It's been there since like the 50s.
He wouldn't let us play our own songs.
And he said you can come play and have a gig, but you got to play jazz. And we didn't know any fucking jazz. Or we did like like Fever, and I couldn't get the high note, so I had to go Fever in the morning, Fever when you hold me, no Fever all through the night.
Fever.
Yeah, he used to have a higher voice than that.
Fever
in the morning. Yeah. And
Fever
in the morning. Yeah.
Fever.
We used to have, we used to get paid £20 a night for the whole band, and there were loads of people, diners in there, eating, they'd been conned in to go in there, and they were eating them food expecting to hear jazz, and they had me and him going, Viva! It was awful.
What's the question again?
There's a great tradition, which is not just an English tradition, like an Irish tradition, where the standard is something which is carried on, like say for example, Thin Lizzy doing Whiskey in the Jar. There was a tradition for Irish musicians to take on the music, the Standing on the Shoulders of Giants, the music of their forefathers, and then add their own sort of I guess that's how PhDs work in the world of academia. You add to the pool in your own way. I think if you look at the Beatles, when they were in Hamburg, they spent 4 years drilling it, and that was how they learned songcraft and to become fucking tight and everything else. And I think we all start with covers, to learn songcraft.
Yeah, and bands that I've really loved, whose music I've adored and studied almost. Like, say, the Smiths, it was very rare for them to record a cover. You know what I mean? There's like these rumours about gigs they did in the 80s, which are only available on rare bootlegs, where they covered the James song, What's the World? And that's the only cover they used to do live.
James?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, What's the World? Yeah. And I think they did a 60s song, Golden Lights.
Didn't they do a cover of? You said they did a cover of this.
No. Morrissey did Moon River.
Moon River.
That wasn't the Smiths. So I think the Velvet Underground as well. Like, if you're a Velvet Underground fan, to hear them do a cover, you'd be intrigued as to what they do and why. Sex Pistols as well, because they were so grumpy all the time and they just slagged everyone off. So for them to actually do a cover, I mean, it was quite intriguing to see which band would they actually admit to liking. And it was like Monkeys, wasn't it? They were like, I'm not just stepping stone.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah. That's a lovely thing to say, and I'd like to think.
Put a question in the answer, sorry.
Oh yeah. Do we see Up the Bracket as being a soundtrack to people's lives? Yeah, I think that was the idea, but we'd never dare dream or presume that it was due.
We were lucky enough to harness something and to be a conduit for an energy of a time which is like it's all you can ever ask for in a band, really. I do feel that what we did reflected the energy, although we didn't know it at the time. I think what we did very much reflected the energy of our surroundings and London at that time and England, and for me anyway. Oh, yeah.
I think so. Well, that's the thing.
Question and the answer.
If we're talking about what you just asked about, what was the question?
Do we write in a cinematic way? Which for me, I would say, no, I always write very cinematically. In my cinematic mind,
Yeah.
I see battles fought at sea. I wake in dawn's empire. Must be lonely.
Being you, being me.
Yeah. But I think for me, it's all encompassing. In fact, often it's like when I'm humming a tune and I see a film and hear an orchestra in my head, and someone just sees me going, and it's like it's very hard to actually get that across. I guess that's the goal, really. But then I suppose in as much you have to leave as much for the audience to make for themselves. You can't do that. You can't paint a whole fucking picture. Or this. It's not. No one wants that. It has to be an engaging, immersive thing.
If I had to write a soundtrack for it, I think it'd be like a really badly out of or stylishly out of focus documentary about crustaceans.
I'd like to do more like a sort of Donnie Darko thing. No, I don't. Because when I was looking for songs for this, I was looking up movie soundtracks, and I looked at a Donnie Darko soundtrack, and I forgot what a great film that is. And just something which, or Repo Man, that film, the Alex Cox film, that Iggy Pop did the soundtrack, that kind of thing. Just so far away and detached from reality.
I'd like to write some background music for Jeff Bridges' Face.
You should.
Yeah.
Who would I play?
Who would you play in that?
No, not in that. In a biopic.
Oh, in a biopic of the Libertines, you could play me.
So, we should have done We'll Meet Again.
Yeah, now you're
We'll
talking.
meet again. Get a guitar, go on, do that.
I don't know where,
I don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
so keep
Smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue clouds chase the dark clouds far away. And will you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I won't be long.
I won't be
I'll
long.
be happy to know
That as you saw them go,
they
they were singing this song.
Oh, together now we'll meet again.
I
Don't know where, I don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
Thank you.
Hey, pleasure.